Yo, boom, what's up? It's the New York Hardcore Chronicles Live. Today is yesterday. You are in today. We are in yesterday. We're on a rooftop in New Rochelle, New York. New Rochelle?
New Rochelle.
New Rochelle. New Rock. Is there an old Rochelle?
There used to be.
There's an old Rochelle. Anyway, here we are. I'm directing the new video. We can't show it to you yet, but it's going down.
Going down now.
What's the name of the new record?
Wasted for Life.
Here we go. It's the New York Hardcore Chronicles Live. These are our guests. No redeeming social value. What's happening? It's the New York Hardcore Chronicles Live. It's Sunday. Yeah. Good to see everybody. You know what I mean? Hold on. Good to see everybody. It's shout out Sunday. So everybody get that. Lots of shout outs today. So big day of shout outs. Michael Lilly won. I am SXE and love NRSV. Okay, I think that means I am straight edge and yet I love no redeeming social value, implying even though they're all about drinking and carrying on, even though I'm straight edge, I like them. Good. Happy Sunday. Thank you, hon. What's up, everybody around the world? What's happening in Sweden? Andreas, what's up? Hi, Sasha. How are you in Bristol? What's going on in Bristol? You know what I mean? Yes. I'm glad you like. Listen, I'm here to translate. You know, I'm a translator. Hey, Larry Kelly, my man, up in Massachusetts. What's up? Brad, in Chilltown, JC. What's Chilltown, JC? Is that? I'm not familiar with Birmingham. What's happening? Is that Birmingham, England? Like where Black Sabbath is from? Birmingham? Yeah, Shark Week. Is it? Ivo, is that Birmingham? Is in Birmingham, England? Okay. What's up in Munich, bro? In Bavaria, Germany. Ingo, brother. What's happening in the fatherland? Ecuador, checking in. Roberto in Ecuador. ¿Cómo está, brother? Wow. Hi, Drew from near New Rochelle. All right. Tampa, Florida. What's up? You know, Scotland. Jesus. Listening and driving in Arizona and Scotland and holy shit. Wow. Oh, Jersey City. Chilltown. Okay, Larry the Hunter. Okay. Big Rich. What's up, Big Rich? What's happening in Tampa? How's that swamp down there, brother? Good to see you. Wait, whoa. Hey, John, my brother. How are you? Clearwater, Florida. Yo, what's going on? We got a big Florida contingent today. You know? What's happening? What's happening in Florida? Yo, loving the t-shirt. Oh, I'm rocking a Rat Bones t-shirt. I'm rocking the only maroon Rat Bones t-shirt. Phoenixville, PA. Not sure where Phoenixville is. Oh, hi, Janine. Nice to see you. Thank you for checking in. What's up, Janine? How are you? Nice, really nice to see you. I'm flattered that you're watching my show. Big Rob, Bitter Uproar. What's happening, brother? Good to see you, man. Saratoga, New York. Land of 1,000 horses. Whitney. Whoa, Whitney. Hey, Whitney. It's because No Redeeming Social Value is still America's favorite hardcore band. Okay, we could do this all day, but I got to get greetings from Belgium. Long-time listener, first time checking in. Hey, Jorgen, checking in, been driving and tour managing bands here in Europe for the past 20 years, and No Redeeming Social Value are the most fun dudes to be on tour with. I bet. What's up to my bros, Glenn, Dean, Kent, and John? Keep the show going, Drew. Good stuff. Listen, you can rest assured the show's going to keep going. Show's not going anywhere. The show's a success. Big things are happening. Speaking of which, real quick before we get to photo of the day, let's talk about a few upcoming shows. Yo, the next show is the big 50th episode is coming up on Wednesday with Don Airy from Deep Purple, Rainbow, Ozzy Osbourne. You name it. Yo, Don Aries coming on the show. It's the 50th show, kids. Get your shoes and socks. Can you believe it? 50 shows. How awesome! How awesome is that? Woohoo! That's crazy. 50 fucking shows already, man. That's awesome. So yo, Don Aries, 50th show, Deep Purple, Ozzy Osbourne, Black Sabbath, Rainbow, Judas Priest. You know, he's been in there. Your Mama's Band, everybody. All right. So Don Aries coming up, 50th show, and then 51st show, not to be confused with the 50th show. We got a hometown favorite, a little hometown cooking. Mike DeJean's coming on the show. That's a week from today. Mikey DeJean from Outburst. Big response to Mikey DeJean. Everybody loves Mike DeJean. He's coming on a week from today, and then sorry, this is going so slow. And then I'm just trying to get my stride here. And then we got Alan Robert from Life of Agony. And then after that, that's right, we got Charlie from Gorilla Biscuits. Right? Boom. We got Charlie G from Gorilla Biscuits. Boom. And then after that, if you're still with me, if you're still watching the show, we got our old friend Phil Caivano from Monster Magnet and the almighty Blitzspear, Murphy's Law, and Shrapnel. Who remembers Shrapnel out there? Anybody? Jersey band. They were like the Ramones of Jersey. And then also we got, after Phil Caivano, we got JoJo from Outburst. Some more hometown cooking. And I just want to say that I'm working on Israel, who sang for the Bad Brains, and Fireburn. You asked for it, you got it. We had that show. I said, who do you want on the show? Israel came up a couple times. We're working on Israel. Also working on Ed Stasium, the producer, who produced the Ramones and Biohazard and Living Color Vivid. So Ed Stasium's going to come on as well. So lots of cool stuff going on. Let's get cracking. Let's do hold on, let me just catch up with everything. Yes, Don Aries going to be amazing, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yes, Mikey DeJean. Yes, Outburst. It's all, what's that movie? One of my favorite movies, Almost Famous. I love that movie. It's like one of my all-time. It's all happening. It's all happening. I love that film. You know what I love about that film is that it's great casting. Like the people in the film, the teenagers that love that music really look like teenagers. It's not like, Madonna trying to act like she's fucking 18 years old. You know what I mean? So there you go. Paul Stone. Yo, Drew Stone, how you doing? I'm okay, Paul Stone. I'm all right, bro. So I Am a Golden God. I Can Do Anything. I love that film. That film speaks to me. I love that. That's like, that film shook me up the first time I saw it. We should do a show on that show. We should do a show on that film. Anyway, enough bullshit here. It's the New York Hardcore Chronicles live, sponsored by our good friends and supporters. New York Hardcore Comics, who are coming on the show today. The Organic Grill. I had some of their grub the other day. It was yummy. The Texas Silver Rush. And Chain Reaction Records and Skateboards in Denver, Colorado. That said, let us bring on our friend Steven Messina and let us get on with Photo of the Day. What's up, bro?
What's up? How are you?
I'm good, man.
Definitely in on that Almost Famous show for sure.
Fucking love that movie,
Sounds
man.
incendiary.
And I hear there's a cut of it, like a director's cut that's got scenes in it that I've never seen. I just found out about that, and man, I fucking love that film.
Amazing movie.
Yeah. Hold on. Get Paris May. Bro, we've gone through this about 10 times. Paris May, you ain't coming on my show. You got a better chance of seeing God. Jesus Christ, man. Don't start this shit again, man.
Here we go.
Hey, JoJo, what's up? Anyway.
JoJo.
It's shout out Sunday, so I know I'm kind of doing it. Let's jump right into picture of the day, okay?
Let's do it. It's a good one.
Here we go. Picture of the day. Let's hear it. Anybody out there? What do you got? What do you know? Hey ho, what do you know? Picture of the day. Let's see. Let's see. No fucking clue. Yeah, Metal Gabe. Because all you do, Metal Gabe, you got to start checking out some newer bands other than these fucking dinosaurs, Gabe.
This is one for the diehards right here.
One for the diehards, And I told them to watch the show today. Is this Corona Mosh? All right, that's good. What else? Well, is it anybody else? There's a couple. Hold on. Got all kinds of bands and shit on This Is Chaos group page. Oh, excuse me. All right, let's go. I don't know. Busting out a mask before it was popular. Is this looks like Chucky? Let me see. Chucky Brown from Abject.
We have a winner.
Or is it Brujeria?
That's another person we should get on the show. But yes, that is a winner. That is indeed Chucky Brown.
All right.
This is Abject. We're rocking the mask, free Corona. Mm-hmm. And this is actually, it's funny how this ties in with today. This was taken at the Bowery Electric in 2013 at the Stigma record release party. And check this lineup out. No Dice, Abject, Brain Slug, Two Man Advantage, No Redeeming Social Value, and of course, Stigma. And this is a great show. And Chucky being a regular, he's always here. In fact, I was hoping that he would catch this today. But Chucky, who we know from Crazy Eddie, and great band. Abject is a great band. And
he is here.
Is he there?
Yeah, here he is.
There he is. Chucky.
Yep, Chucky Brown.
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah,
cool.
I just you know what? It just looks so cool. I love his guitar strap with the police line, "Do not cross" on it. And just not only did it wasn't a great band, but he jumped from that into another great band, Crazy Eddie.
Okay, cool.
So,
all right, got it.
So yeah,
I'll let you get back to work. Where are you in the West Side?
Yeah, today I'm at West Side Yard. Today I'm on a little overtime, right in the heart of the city here. This is we're at 33rd and 12th right now.
Gotcha.
It's a beautiful thing, and it's a beautiful day, and I'm psyched for the show. We got a lot of people today, so I'll let you go.
We'll see you in a bit. What's up? It's the New York Hardcore Chronicles Live, sponsored by New York Hardcore Comics, Texas Silver Rush, Chain Reaction Records and Skateboards, and The Organic Grill. The Organic Grill is a vegan restaurant located in the East Village of New York City at 123 First Avenue, featured in New York Magazine, the New York Times, and Veg News. Their dishes have won numerous awards, including Best Veggie Burger. They make their own cheeses, sausages, and burger patties, and every dish on the menu can be made gluten-free. This year, they're celebrating their 20th anniversary, and they're all about having a great time while enjoying amazing, clean food. After 3 months of being closed, they're now open for deliveries. Get in touch with them and order some great food at www.theorganicgrill.com. What's up, Rat Bones?
What's up?
What's up? How'd your thing go yesterday?
Awesome. Pretty good.
Right on.
I had a few heads out. Tommy Rat came out. Rosie came out. It's people.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, that's cool.
A lot of friends supporting me. It's really cool. And I just want to have a hang sesh. This weekend, I'm doing it again. I really want to see some heads come out this weekend. I mean, the third's a charm, right? Three's a charm, baby.
Yep.
But let's run right in. We got a big show. Make it all about me. Let's make it about the comics today. I'm going to go with some comics today just because I feel like it. So I'm just going to put them up. You could say if you love this comic or not. When you were a kid, this was a good one. Master of Kung Fu, always a fave, right?
Yeah. Shanghai. How do you pronounce that? Shang-Chi? Shanghai?
Yeah, Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I always wondered, like,
Shanghai, right? You would pronounce that.
Yeah.
But that's probably wrong. We'll keep it moving. I got a bunch of comics. I want to show them off today.
Go, baby, go.
Let people see what we got. Leon today too. He's a comic book guy. He'll like this stuff. One of my other favorite. Everybody has their favorite superhero teams. This was one of my ultimate. Everyone loves the Fantastic Four and the Avengers, but the Inhumans were always really cool to me. They had that big dog that transported them through time, Lockjaw. And the leader couldn't speak,
And they had Medusa, and they had Karnak, and they had the other dude with who could stamp on the ground and like
Gorgon.
What?
But do you know the leader's Black Bolt's power?
It was like a sonic thing on his head, right? Like that.
If he spoke, his voice was so high pitched it would destroy the world.
He was like that dude Banshee that was in the X-Men.
Yes. Even a king who couldn't speak. What a weird thing. Okay. So let's keep it moving. I love the comics, and I got two really good ones after this. But I hear you talking a lot, Drew, and I noticed that you like the Jack Kirby's. And these are some really sweet Captain America and Falcon Jack Kirby's.
With the Jack Kirby covers.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Look at that one on the left.
Let's do one at a time. Let's do
bro. That's dope.
Yeah, I always love these, man. His shading and his artwork is
Jack Kirby, man. The Eternals, Khazar. Jack Kirby did some great DC stuff.
Yeah, he was a big space guy, too.
Brian Essencio says his superpower is rolling a spliff while driving.
Nice.
Did I miss no redeeming?
No.
Yeah, we brought them on. Yeah. We brought them on in the first 5 minutes of the show, and for the next hour and 55 minutes, we're gonna bullshit about comics. So yeah, you missed them.
Anyway, strap in, kids. Go get a drink.
You know what I mean? Listen.
Go get a drink of water if you don't like it.
Jesus Christ.
Man. I got these two last comics.
What's your fucking rush? What's your fucking rush, Shannon? Anyway, go ahead.
All right.
Commandy. Oh, Keith Bennett. Good call, Keith Bennett. Commandy. All right, come on.
All right.
Go ahead.
That's two I got here today, and then we're going to keep it moving. I like these collabo comics from DC. This is Batman and Judge Dredd, man. And this is old, but I got a new one that someone just let me borrow. My boy let me borrow this, and this one is hot. I want to see what people think about this mashup. And this goes in with the kind of toys I collect and everything entirely, And I'm a Marvel guy. I don't usually do DC, but He-Man versus Thundercats, I'm going to get into this later and check this out.
Yeah, back then you were like either a Marvel guy or a DC guy,
Oh, absolutely. I'm Marvel all day.
Yeah, me too, bro.
I like Batman and I like the old Superman comics. So, I have my little stack of DC.
Yep.
So, I'm looking forward to the show today. And, Demon, this is going to be off the hook. I hope you got, you're going to need the cane, you know what I mean, to drag us off. Once you bring us,
right.
I don't want to jack shit.
We'll bring you back on. We're going to bring the whole gang on. So I'll see you in a bit.
Yeah. We'll see you guys.
Right. What's up? It's the New York Hardcore Chronicles Live, sponsored by New York Hardcore Comics, The Organic Grill, Texas Silver Rush, and Chain Reaction Records and Skateboards, located in Lakewood, Colorado. I bet Lakewood, Colorado's nice. I look refreshed today? Really? Listen, man. I lead a refreshing life. What can I tell you? Is the Rocky Mountain headquarters for all things punk, hardcore, and metal Established in 2014, they have the largest selection of records, CDs, shirts, stickers, patches, and accessories between motherfucking Chicago and Los Angeles. From the pit to the ditch, they got your back. Get in touch with them at www.chainreaction.com. Chain Reaction Records and Skateboards. There you go. And while we're at it, let me tell you about the Texas Silver Rush. Our boy Joe Ramini. We went through this the other day. Vinny Stigma's cousin. The Texas Silver Rush is a jewelry design firm and boutique store located in the birthplace of the Texas music scene, country music scene in Fredericksburg, Texas. They specialize in working with musicians in all music genres to design and create unique one-off pieces, as well as to style them for stage, album covers, promo photos, and social media exposure. Their client list includes Rock and Roll Hall of Famers Greg Rollet, Ringo Starr, and of course, Agnostic Front. During the current pandemic, I love all this current pandemic. During the current pandemic, all information and online sales are being taken at their Facebook and Instagram pages, and of course at www.texassilverrush.com. That said, here we go. How about we bring our guests on? I know you'd like to hear me bullshit, for the next hour, but let's bring some guests on, huh? Where's my intro? I work on these intros, Let me get my intro. Let me get my intro game. Get my intro game together here. Let me just say, Chain Reaction is the truth. Hold on, let me get the Rap Bones. Let me get all the banners off. I'm not Rap Bones. I'm Rap Bones. I'm Malcolm X. Remember that? I am Malcolm. I am Rap Bones. We're all Rap Bones. Somebody call Shannon. Hey, where are you, Shannon? When we need you. Sid the Kid's coming on in a little while. Relax. I know you tuned in for the Sid the Kid show, but everybody relax. So here we go. Let's get it on. Hold on, let me get a good let's get it on banner, okay? I'm not even going to bullshit you with the Patreon stuff right now. We're going to get right into our guests. So here we go. Today's guests play in the American hardcore punk band No Redeeming Social Value. The band was started in 1988 in Queens Village, New York City. They are known as a high-energy, riotously entertaining, infamous, and legendary New York hardcore band. Alcohol, marijuana, and parties are major themes of this band's music. Their well-known hits include Skinheads Rule, Chicken, Old E, Pussy, Pussy, Pussy. I love bands that I love cat lover bands. I love that they have songs about cats. That's so awesome. I'm a cat lover. I grew up around cats. I love cats. I think it's awesome that they have a song called Pussy, Pussy, Pussy. And Still Drinking. They have toured the world, and their music has been featured in movies, video games, and sporting events. Their new album, Still Wasted, is out now on Dead City Records. Please welcome drummer Glenn Lorio, a.k.a. Seaweed, guitarist K9, the Sonic Maximizer, a.k.a. K-Love, and vocalist Dick Van Butlet. Here we go with No Redeeming Social Value.
What's up?
What up?
What up?
What's up, Drew? What's up, guys?
What up, fellas?
You said the wrong name of the record, by the way.
Yes.
The new record is Wasted for Life. The old record is Still Drinking.
Oh, it's a hybrid. It's a hybrid of the two.
Yeah, nothing is still wasted. Well,
Okay. Now I feel like a fucking heel. Hold on. Here we go. Boy, I blew that one.
Well, it's a high pressure thing going live here, Drew. So it's okay.
You know what? This show's not high pressure though. That's the thing. This fucking show's not high pressure. So you know what? Fuck it. You know what? Let's just jump. Let's talk about the new record. How about Kent? You jump. Give us a word on this new record.
Personally, very, very happy with the time we spent on this record, which is 4+ years, as Glenn reminded me yesterday. I just think that this record is probably one of the records where we took out all of the filler, and we took this giant mess of a stone that we had 4 and 5 and 7 and even 8 years ago that we were working on these songs, and we just polished this giant stone down to down to a gem that I think, in my opinion, is some of my favorite songs to play. So I hope people feel the same when they hear it.
Cool. Dean, what do you make of it?
Yeah, I mean, what Kent said is very true. It was quite a process, but which we definitely did not have to undertake. We could have never made another record again, but when we choose to do something, we like to do it with the best possible effort that we could put out there. And I think this is the best record that we've ever done, from soup to nuts. I really, really am very proud of it.
Good. And Glenn, I told you, I listened to the whole record. For those that saw the intro in the beginning, we're in the process. I'm directing a video for you guys. This record sounds really great, Glenn, and I know you had a lot to do with that. I really enjoyed listening to the whole thing. Tell us a little bit about it.
Glad to hear you say that, man. It was a lot of work, and I engineered the thing, and I mean, we all produced it basically together. But it's been a long, arduous process. But I'm excited for people to finally hear it. I agree. I think it's some great, solid songs. I mean, we took our time to pick the right one. And I mean, Kent, I think, said it the best already.
Cool. Let's kick it around a little bit. You guys, now Kent and Dean, I actually didn't know this until recently, but Kent and Dean are brothers.
That's right. I'm
brothers.
obviously the better looking of the two. You can tell that.
That's
easy to say.
I'm not sure how. I never knew that No Redeeming Social Value had two brothers in the band. I did not know that. You guys grew up in Queens Village, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Tell us a little. So, give us a little between the two of you. You guys grew up in Queens. I mean, growing up, how did music come into your life? Go ahead, Dean.
Well, we were lucky enough to grow up in South Queens. Growing up there was a local place down the street from us. It was a local school that on the weekends they used to put on like heavy metal gigs, like hair rock bands and like heavier sort of stuff. And you would always have this in the neighborhood. So as a young teenager, 13, 14 years old, I would walk down over to the school and anybody could go in because it was at a school and they would have these battle of the bands every week. And, we saw these guys doing it and we just figured, well, shit, I mean, we could give it a shot. Why not? I mean, if they could do it, we certainly could give it a try, at least anyway. And Kent was actually the first one to decide that he wanted to be in a band and play with other people and stuff like this. And then he kind of hooked me into it. I introduced him to some of my friends that played. He hooked me into it. And here we go. That's it. No looking back from there, really. We had good influences in the neighborhood, too, in a great band that we love, Norman Bates and the Showerheads. Also, our buddies from the Six on Violence, they were from our neighborhood also. So we would see these guys around. They were so cool and badass with their long hair and their heavy metal guitars. And we just wanted to be like them. So, and we're still trying. So,
Kent, like, in your household, was there music? Like, I mean, I know your brother, your brother, I mean, back then it was like whoever had the biggest mouth ended up being the singer. That's why I ended up being a singer. Yeah,
well, that would have been my mother. She would have been a great singer for our band. She could scream the tits off a statue.
Evidence at the end of THC, right? You got the sample of her screaming in the background of the phone or whatever. That's where I get it from. I guess. Hardcore your lousy ass off, but one of those.
So how did you, Kent? Why guitar, Kent? Why'd you gravitate to guitar?
Yeah, I mean, so just to keep it real plain and simple, at the age of 11, my brother, 6-year difference, so he's 17, I'm 11, in Queens Village, the land that time forgot. Of course, at that age, you do everything your older brother does, right? So his girlfriend got him a guitar for Christmas one year, and then from that point, every time he left the house, I went into his bedroom and picked up that guitar. And at the time, I was into like since I was 7 years old. We didn't grow up with music in the house. We grew up with like oldie station, classic oldie station, 50s music, doo-wop stuff, which was really cool, which was really great. Your starting point. But other than that, music was like Perry Como and Frank Sinatra. After that, so. Since the age of 7, because my brother's 6 years difference, he's like 11, 12. He starts listening to Police, Devo, Men at Work, stuff like that. And I start getting into that. And then by the age of 11,
Devo again.
To like the Ramones, Youth of Today, and things like that. And so picking up the guitar was like when Dean snuck out of the house to go on dates or whatever the fuck he was doing. I was sneaking into his room and grabbing the guitar. So that's how that started.
Is that right? Someone Thomas just posted that Queens Village borders on Hollis. Is that right?
Yeah. Right next door, like close cousins right there.
Yeah.
The Devo thing that made me laugh because it's come up on the show a bunch of times is back in the early 80s when we first shaved our heads, like part of that original skinhead crew, like, people didn't know what to make of us. And like, constantly you get like some like, carload of jerk offs drive by and go, fucking Devo. Like,
shit, I wish somebody would do that to me now. I'd get in their car.
Right. Yeah. Like, huh? like it was like the big crushing insult. Like, that's all they didn't have a reference point. It would be like, fucking Devo. And you'd be like, what?
That's awesome.
Yeah. It took a couple years before the like mentality caught up, and it was like fucking black flag faggots or fucking suck fuck agnostic front
Hey, you stupid Ramones.
Right.
Fucking crazy, man. Hey, Glenn, we're gonna go in a parallel story here, and actually, real quick, somebody asked about the artwork on the record. Who did the artwork on the record? Glenn, who did the artwork?
I actually don't. Oh man, what's his name? It's
anybody?
Ryan,
yeah, our buddy Sven. Our buddy Sven from Hardcore did the record. Did the record cover. The original bottle design logo, which you see behind me here and on the record cover, that was by our buddy Feck. He does a lot of stuff for Two Man Advantage also. And it was inspired by him. And then our buddy Sven came in and revamped and reamped the whole thing to make it like just over the top, sick concept that he came up with, that he really brought out the idea of Wasted for Life on the cover. So Sven did a sick job. I mean, really just a incredible, couldn't be happier with that,
Cool. Yeah.
He's great. Look him up. Sven Hardcore. He's on Instagram and all the stuff.
Right on.
But don't steal our guys. We don't want nobody stealing our people. He's our people.
He's on now.
Right.
Well, Philly Club's already used them. But
oh, right. Well,
and you're not going to say anything to those guys.
No.
Yeah, you don't want to start shit with those guys. Hey, Glenn, we're kind of running in a parallel universe here, but tell us a little bit about how you got into playing drums, and did you grow up in a musical household?
Yeah, I did actually. My father played guitar and sang in actually like a folk group back in the day. He grew up loving doo-wop and whatnot, but he played in a folk group when he was like in college, and they were actually getting signed to RCA Records, and they were doing demos when Bob Dylan went electric and ruined all that, and everything went rock. And then my father went on, and half the people he was in the band with all went on to be doctors and astrophysicists and all kinds of crazy things, and I guess made the right choice to be able to support themselves and their families and not just be wallowing around in rock and roll like the rest of us these days.
Right.
So yeah, music was always around me. I wanted to play drums in third grade when you picked an instrument for school, but the head of the band was like, "Don't say the D word. Everybody wants to play drums." So I ended up playing saxophone for a year and a half and hated it.
Wow.
I wish today that I still played it because I love ska music and I love horn.
Yeah.
As a producer, it obviously would help music theory and whatnot. I've been trying to learn keyboards now and to catch up on that. But But yeah, and then in 6th grade, I tried again. I was at a day camp, and they had drum lessons, but it ended up being a group of people banging on the table at the same time, doing rudiments, boring as shit. And then in 7th grade, I was at a bar mitzvah with it.
No.
Oh, that's it. Glenn's out, y'all.
No.
No, there he is.
Oh,
I see him
back.
now.
And he's back.
When did I go? I was at a bar mitzvah.
You dropped out. I was at a bar mitzvah.
So, and the guys, my friends I was at the table with, they wanted to start a band. And I was like, I'll be your manager, in 7th grade, like just to be involved. And actually, after the bar mitzvah, my father drove all of us to Sam Ash, and we were checking out stuff. And a week later, I started taking lessons and never looked back. And I was on the hardcore at the same time in 7th grade. So
the key word here is bar mitzvah. And wait,
that's where all great bands get their start, at the bar mitzvah.
Was the bar mitzvah in Queens?
No, I was up in Westchester where I grew up.
Oh, well, there you go.
In the city, grew up in Westchester, and been back in the city for 20 years now.
Hey, here's being that it's Shout Out Sunday, here's our good friend Ryan Blanford.
Ryan.
Almost
no redeeming. The No Redeeming Social Value dudes have been my close friends for years. Yes, I have written songs about them, and I was briefly in the band.
Yes,
also, I believe I gave them their first ever Manhattan show, Best of Times.
Yes, correct. We've been friends with Ryan. I mean, he was one of the first guys that we met on the scene. Like he's a true brother. Like love to Ryan, always.
Lenny from Crazy Eddie says parties at the Miller's place usually consisted of Kent getting shit-faced drunk, stripping down to his tidy whiteies, and Greco-Roman wrestling somebody.
Yeah, those are the best wrestling matches I've ever seen.
Those are some good parties back in the day.
Wow, is that right? You get drunk, strip down to your underwear, and go grab other dudes. I'd be like,
hey, if that's not a party, what is, man? That's Queens Village style.
It all started from me and a longtime friend of mine. One year, he was getting in my face. He was a little more intoxicated than I was, and I was kind of like pushing him off, like, dude, get away from me, get away from me. I pushed him. He fell. He hit the floor. He started bleeding. He started trying to wrestle with me. I'm like, dude, your blood is getting all over my fucking clothes. I'm like, forget this, taking my shirt off. He takes his shirt off. I'm like, you're getting blood all over my pants. Take my pants off. And then the rest is history. Now we're in the dirt and the mud. But I'm not getting my clothes dirty, so that's the way to go.
Here's our friend Nano Esteban Torres. Greetings and a big hug from Chile. Drew and Glenn. Cheers. Santiago. Have you guys ever played in South America?
Hell no.
No. The closest Spanish-speaking country we've ever played in is the Bronx.
Good one. All right. Now we're talking.
That was another scene of lewd nudity that we got involved in.
So what was like when you guys got cracking? I know, Glenn, you weren't in the picture yet, but we're getting there. But to the brothers, first off, where'd the name come from? Who came up with the name?
My buddy Jim came up with the name. We were sitting around trying to think of a name for a band. Hey, we're going to get serious, or we're going to try to play a gig at the local school and call ourselves something. What do we call ourselves? And we had been listening to a lot of Frank Zappa at the time. I'm a big fan and big influence on us. And he, my buddy Jim, picked out from the Zappa song that we were listening to, somebody in the song said, "No redeeming social value." And we said, That's it, man. Nobody knows what the fuck that means. Nobody will ever be able to say it or spell it correctly. And that's the name we want.
Well, perfect, right?
I did not know. Another thing I learned something else. Not only that there's two brothers in the band, but the name of the band came from Frank Zappa.
Yes.
And I'm a big Zappa. I'm a big Zappa fan. I know. Yeah. Here you go. Love that Zappa keeps coming up on the show. Listen, Zappa comes up on the show is because Frank Zappa was, to me, one of the all-time great American composers. The breadth of his work, from classical stuff to like corny poppy stuff. Frank Zappa was a genius. He's one of my all-time favorites.
He really was. I mean, I can't overstate his genius. My kids love Zappa. It's just one of those things. Like when you can really truly recognize that kind of genius, it's on another level. I mean, he's something else.
So here's a shout out from Michelle. Shout out to all the bands that ever had to play after you guys. They never stood again. Always a party.
Yeah, Michelle has seen plenty of those massacres. All right, I feel sorry. We always try to apologize to these guys. Like, sorry guys, I know we totally fucked up the stage and the sound equipment, and we made a mess of everything here. But what can I tell you? Maybe sorry.
All over everything.
Hey, when you guys first got rolling, and where did you? So we'll use the term. Where did you make your bones? Is there a particular club or clubs that you played in? What was sort of like your home, Ken?
I think I want to say it really all started in Wetlands, and it started at Wetlands through Rabies. When we were coming up, 1988, we were playing songs like, we were listening to the Circle Jerks. There was some other stuff, Sick of It All. And then 1989 pivotal year came where I think Madball, 7-inch was released, Ball of Destruction. I saw the Anthem video from Agnostic Front, and that catapulted oh man, look at this shit, CBGBs. But it was through Vinny Value, who was a huge part of our band at that time, we had gone to CBGB's to see the second installation of the AF live recording. So that was the second live record from AF. We went down to that show and we met Rabies and we met a bunch of other people. And these were this is like meeting Ozzy to us, us going to CBGB's and meeting fucking Craig from Sick of It All and the guys from Agnostic Front and meeting Rabies. This is yo, we just met the fucking King of England right now. And Rabies was one of those guys, man. He was truly fucking hardcore where, we gave him a demo and 2 weeks later, he was calling my mother's house and being like, hello, may I speak with Dean or Kent, please? And Rabies was like, hey, we're reforming the band. We're going to be doing a show at Wetlands, and we want to see if you guys want to be on the show. And that was to us, that was the biggest thing that could ever happen. If the band broke up that day and we got to play Wetlands with Warzone, that would have been it for us. That would have been fine to break up right then and there. And we did. And since then, and to get into Wetlands, I felt like Wetlands was our place where we really, made our bones there.
That's cool. That's cool because Wetlands, sort of in the shifting sands of time, it comes up on the show a lot. But Wetlands in that time period really was a bastion of New York hardcore. Glenn, I mean,
on street in Wetlands every weekend, Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
That's how I probably met. Well, these guys / working at Crucial Chaos, but a lot of the scene was just at that moment. At
Wetlands, and I have some early. Let me see. I got a couple pictures, you guys. Let me some earlier photos, and you have to fill me in on who's who here. I like this one because Dean's got a lot of hair in it. So I want to go with this.
I still do. I just shave it all off because it's it's cooler.
So walk me through this a little bit, Dean.
Okay, so this was taken at a bar that we played in somewhere in South Jamaica. I don't recall. It was under a train track somewhere, under the J line, I think. And then we have in the photo in the back, you see Vinny Value, and then Kent is next to him. And then next to him is our old singer, Mike Dixon. Below that is myself with the hair, as you could see. And then our bass player, Mike the Kid, that was with us at the time. This was during the Hardcore Your Lousy Ass Off years. Our 7-inch, this was sort of during that period of time. We played this local pub, and setting up a hardcore gig at a local pub, like they think, oh yeah, some rock bands are going to play here tonight. Boy, that was a mistake for them.
Wow, Mike Dixon looks really svelte there.
Yeah, yes. In his younger years, he was quite the looker.
Yeah, huh? And I like that. I like your hairdo, bro. Is that like a pompadour you're rocking?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, it was something wacky. It was definitely some weird shit.
I have another one from that era. And listen, we're a lot of this, Vinny Value, who passed away last year, who was a good friend to a lot of us. He was a great guy and a fantastic drummer, a real big part of New York hardcore scene, a really well-loved guy. Passed away, and his name's going to come up a lot. And I guess he was a really big part of the band for a long time, huh?
Yeah. I mean, he was with us, I guess, in what you would call, when you said make your bones, he was with us during the time when we were really making our bones, when we were, hot after it, like playing it all the time, constantly playing. And, he was with us during that period of time when we really started getting a name around for ourselves, and then he went on to join Warzone. They sort of stole him from us. Then he went on to be in Gray Area, the Arsons, Kill Your Idols. I mean, name a great band that this guy wasn't in. This picture here was taken outside of Wetlands.
Oh wow! I didn't catch that.
That's Johnny Stipp's van in the background, who used to drive us to gigs once in a while. We have myself, Kent, Mike Dixon, Vinny, our old bass player Scott, and then behind him, behind Scott, is Steve O'Brien from he was in many bands. He was in Crown of Thorns. He was in Gray Area, and he was going to be our bass player originally, but then I don't know, transportation problems, and we wound up with our buddy Scott. So so that was taken outside of Wetlands, probably sometime in the early 90s, I would guess.
Yeah.
Wow.
Drew, just to mention another thing about Vinny. Vinny was like the type of guy where we were lucky enough. We met him when Dean mentioned that little school in our neighborhood in Queens Village, where we got together and we were able to see all these bands and just get introduced to all different types of music. That's where we met Vinny, at a battle of the bands. And myself and Vinny, we exchanged demo tapes, and a couple of weeks later we asked him to join the band. And in one day he came down, learned the songs in a matter of hours, and played a show with us the next day. And then he was in the band for years afterwards. Vinny was the type of guy that laid the foundation, a solid foundation, with any band that he played in. And if it were not for him being our drummer at that time, I don't think that we would maybe still be together, because I don't think we would have had a foundation to go on. Right. And I truly do feel the same with Warzone. At the time when Warzone was reforming and they were going through 1,100,000 members, including myself at one point, is that at that point when Vinny joined the band, and then Jay and then Todd, that was like the perfect combination. But I really do feel that Vinny was like that catalyst, that was like that solid foundation under the band that it could not fail. And I think that happened with every band that Vinny joined or was involved in at any point. He always gave it 110% at all times.
Yeah, absolutely. And, I'll be the first one to say that, drummers are a big part of this thing, man. And, guys like Topper Heavy, Clash, and Steven Adler, Guns N' Roses. And to me, those bands are great because of those guys, that's absolutely. And I've been lucky enough. I've played with some great drummers myself. Arthur Googie was in Antidote for a while, and Mac Ray's in the band now from Big Wig, and drummers big, man, right, Glenn? It's all about
the greatest drummer, and that's why we get shit on y'all are
except for being lazy and sitting down the whole fucking set.
You can't do it without it. People are shaking their asses without us.
Here's our friend, speaking of Warzone, here's our buddy Todd Hamilton,
Oh, Todd, what's up, bro?
In lovely Scottsdale, Arizona, saying, Vinny made us a million times better when he joined Warzone.
No doubt. No doubt.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
You did that with everybody, man.
Yeah, here comes Norman Bates and the Showerheads and Six and Violence. I don't know these two bands, Six and Violence and Norman Bates and the
man.
Showerheads. Of course, I saw the name Norman Bates and the Showerheads in the Village Voice constantly, but I'm not familiar with either of those bands, and I know you've cited them as big influences, Dean, constantly.
Oh, yeah, man. I mean, oh God, dude, I'm getting chills now just hearing people say that, just hearing you say that names, it just gives me chills. My hair is standing on end. If it wasn't for those guys in those bands that we looked up to, that we wanted to be like, I mean, it changed the course of our lives. There's no way I would be involved in music for as long as I have if it weren't for those guys. And then not only to enjoy their music, but then make it like our life's mission to be able to like play a gig with them. And then we had a split 7-inch of our arguably most well-known song, Skinheads Rule. That was a split 7-inch with the Six and Violence on the flip side of that record. Wow. And then to become friends with the guys in Norman Bates and the Showerheads, and I'm friends with those guys to this day. They're my brothers. I mean, if somebody told me what's your dream? You have a dream in life. What do you want to do with yourself? What do you want it to be? You want to be a doctor? You want to have a big sports car? You want to play Madison Square Garden? Like, nah, man, I did it already. I became friends with my heroes, I'm just so lucky to have had those guys in my life. They're huge influences on me. They're like older brothers to me, those dudes.
Is that right? They had a record, Let Us Pray?
That's record of all time. If you want to hear where we stole all
left my head in San Francisco.
Go and Google Norman Bates and the Showerheads, and
I gotta find this.
They had
here's an interesting tidbit too about the Six and Violence, because I guess we're musically we're closer of an animal to that group. They're kind of like this weird, freaked out, like hardcore hybrid with like circus music meets Frank Zappa. At an agnostic front show, and like. Those guys had sort of like dropped off the radar for a while. And when we started becoming a band, playing at CBGB's, playing at Wetlands, and then the Six and Violence kind of had reformed, and we made the 7-inch with them. We were kind of like hesitant to sort of, should we warm up to these guys or not? Because they're going to discover that we stole every fucking piece of thing that they ever fucking did. We just ripped the whole shit off and called it no redeeming social value.
Right.
So having two singers.
I was just going to say real quick, there was one song of theirs called The Six and Violence, where I came into the studio one day and I said, guys, here's our new riff. And it was the riff from the song Six and Violence. Now, Six and Violence had broken up, and I figured, well, there's no way these guys are ever going to get back together.
They're not using it.
And guess what? A couple months later, they got back together, and we're like, well, guess that idea is fucked.
Can't use that riff.
Yeah, we became to be like good friends, and we're still like great friends with these guys today. Yeah, it's awesome.
Oh, you know what? Hold on. Something interesting going down here. Stephen Messina just sent me a picture of Norman Bates and the Showerheads. Hold on.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, let's take a look at this.
They were on the first the second New York Hardcore Where the Wild Things Are record on Blackout Records. They were, I think they were the last band on side 2 or something like that. And when we saw them on there, we were like, whoa, those are the dudes from our neighborhood. That's so awesome. Oh, yeah, there's Robbie, Rockin' Robbie right there.
Rockin' Robbie.
That's it, man.
All right.
It's a young man's game right there.
That's Rob, all right. That's Rob.
All right. Hey, you know what? Enough with Norman Bates and the Showerheads. Let's move on.
All right.
Hey, Glenn, how did So, I mean, I guess at this time, Glenn, you're kind of doing your thing, and you see you're friends with these guys. When did you join? When did you join, Glenn? How did that work?
Well, previous to joining them, again, I was the engineer on Crucial Chaos, and they would hang out every week. Dean, Kent, Vinny, Mike, Scott, they would show up every week, every Thursday, and also John Franco, our current bass player. So that's how I was friends with him for like 7 years. And then in 2000, they were going to Europe, and their drummer at the time in St. James either couldn't do the tour or didn't want to do the tour. So they hit me up with like 7 weeks notice, like, hey, you want to go to Europe with us? And I had never been on tour at all. And, I was playing in Billy Club Sandwich. We were still, coming up through the ranks. And I was like, fuck yeah, let's go. And I was supposed to just do the tour. And their drummer was still in the band. And I actually didn't play in the band again until March of 2002. So it was half hanging out, and then he just disappeared, pretty literally. But actually,
as Kent has often said, or as he previously alluded to as well, Vinny Values probably saved Warzone's career. Well, Glenn saved ours. Without Glenn, I mean, there's no way we would be a band today. It's just, and not for nothing, but we wouldn't want to be in a band with somebody that's not like a close part of our family. And it was so that worked out really perfectly, And he's talented as fuck, not only on the drums, but the guy's recording skills. You could hear it on our new record. I mean, it's just a dynamite sounding record, and Glenn did it all,
I like how you guys are holding it together in this interview, because having spent the last couple of days with you and been in awe of how dysfunctional your band is, I love how like you pull it together and come on the show and
thanks.
Story for decades.
I was just going to add that, Glenn, you haven't had this many compliments from Dean in 14 years. You have to go live on a show in front of thousands of people in order to get a compliment.
I guess
also you can't fist fight on this computer thing, so that's out.
Yeah, I mean it's awesome. Hey, of course, Glenn. Chucky mentioned it. You played in Setback, right?
Setback as well for a couple of years. I started the band when it first started in 94 we started that, and by 96 I was out of Setback and in Billy Club, which Billy Club actually started in 91, but we never played like an official show until 96.
Right. Who's this, fellas? Who's this Jurgen?
Oh, Fat J. That's our buddy Fat J. He's our van driver and tour manager in Europe. Yeah, man, Jurgen. He's our brother, all the way from Belgium.
He worked with Tio from GSR. He usually drives Madball.
Got it. Right.
Direction, Backfire, like whoever Tio would need him to help. But he's driven Billy Club and No Redeeming, and is a great guy.
Wait, I just have to throw this in the mix. Just saw on Wiki, Six and Violence guitarist Ray Amico is Devo's road manager.
That's correct.
Yes, that's
Get
correct.
the fuck out of here.
That's correct.
Hey, fucking Devo!
You want to get the Devo, Drew? You go through Ray.
That's
That's
right.
6 degrees of separation of fucking Devo.
Yeah.
Jesus, man, how do you get a gig like that?
He's a very talented guy, very talented guy, and knows how to make bands sound good. So yeah.
Funny, I was just looking up the Exploited today, and the original guitar player, Big John, is like a road manager or guitar tech guy, and he's worked with all the. Could you imagine, like, hey, that guitar tech guy? That's the guy that played on, Punk's Not Dead. Like, what?
That would be awesome.
When was Rich Hoke from Brutal Truth in the band? Is that right?
Oh yeah, Rich. Absolutely. Oh, Rich is great, man. So that's a great story. Rich. We met Rich through Danny Lilker from Nuclear Assault. From Brutal Truth.
Wait, hold on. Danny Lilker, Queens guy.
Yeah, of course, dude. The Queens Connection. That's where we know all our people from.
Right.
So we met Rich through Danny, and we needed a drummer. We were in between drummers, and we had just finished a tour for our THC record. on Triple Crown Records, and we needed a drummer, and no, it was previous to that. We were just about to get the record deal with Triple Crown Records, and the guy wanted to come down to see us to say, hey, do I really want to go through this record deal with you guys? Do I really want you to make a record with you all? So he goes, we were like, fuck, man, this would be great. This is a good opportunity for us to make a record with this company. We don't have a drummer though. So shit, what are we going to do now? So I got Rich's number from Dan and called him up, and he's like, yeah, dude, I could come down from Philly tomorrow, stay with you for the weekend. You'll teach me the songs and we'll do the thing. And boy, let me tell you, have you ever seen Brutal Truth? Those guys play like 1 trillion miles an hour. And basically it was No Redeeming Songs played at Brutal Truth speed.
Yeah.
And while we throw fish at the audience and confetti and smash like a fucking stand-up piano at the gig, and Rich, he had never seen our band before. And he was completely like blown away from behind the drum kit. And after that, the guy from Triple Crown, Fred, he says, great show, guys. Like, let's talk on Monday morning. Let's make this record, whatever. And we were like, Rich, dude, thanks so much, man. That was awesome. Blah, blah, blah. This was great, man. Can you think you want to still be in our band? And he's like, you guys are great, man. I love playing with you, but I don't know if I can handle this scene. It's a little too crazy for me.
You might have been a bad.
He was with us for a while, and we went on with that relationship. And Rich is a great guy, great dude, great drummer, super talented.
We haven't seen him in forever.
Chucky Brown, he was the drummer in Brutal. I worked with Brutal Truth. I did a video for them back in the day. Chucky Brown says, I caught a porno tape on VHS that Dean threw into the crowd at a No Redeeming show with DRI at the studio Webster Hall. Is that what you did with all your old VHS? Is that what you did with all your old VHS porno tapes?
Those are mine.
Yeah, my wife said I had to throw them out.
You want some of mine? Next time I see you guys, I'll bring you some of my old VHS.
I'm not getting rid of mine. Fuck.
I'm not getting rid of mine.
Hey, you guys hang with me a second. I want to shout the sponsors out, and then we'll come back. Yeah, we'll come back and we'll bring some friends on that want to say hi to you guys, and we'll take some questions, and we'll talk about the video that we just did, and we'll have a couple more laughs. All right?
Right on.
See you in a few. It's the New York Hardcore Chronicles Live, sponsored by New York Hardcore Comics, The Organic Grill, Texas Silver Rush, and Chain Reaction Records and Skateboards. Hope everybody's doing well. Good to see everybody again. I was really looking forward to the show. I look forward to every show now. I really do. The fucking shows are great. What can I tell you? These VHSs actually, are not porno tapes. What these are some VHSs that I had buried away that I'm now transferring over. And I was thinking, like, there's people out there that might have, if you shot any bands back in the day, or and you have it on VHS and it's just kind of languishing. This stuff is important. This stuff needs to get transferred. It has historical value, and the art must be liberated. It should be out there. So if anybody out there has this tape right here, this is a tape that I shot actually. Warzone, 25 to Life, Us Plus One, Viva Lista Hothead, Psychic Orgy, Marauder, Sick of It All, and H2O master copy. This is a show that I shot on October 20th, 1993. A lot of this is up on my Patreon page right now. But what I'm getting at with the VHSs is anybody out there has VHS tapes and you're not going to transfer or they're going to languish away, get in touch with me. Send me the fucking tapes. I'll transfer them, give you credit for them, whatever. Let's put them up. Let's get this stuff out there. This stuff has a historical value. This stuff is important. So if you have VHS tapes or stuff you shot or goofy stuff, whatever you got, that's that. What else is here? This is me acting as the Shadow. Who knows? The Shadow knows. Oh, how about my wedding video? Woo! Let's not look at that. Woo! Why go there? Woohoo! Yeah, yes, Chucky Brown got tons of stuff. Yes, pornography's in the eye of the beholder. That's right. That's right. There was some that would say that my wedding video is pornographic. The mere act of me getting married. So there you go. What is that box that Drew is holding? This, my friend, is on the back in the day. This was a communication device that visual and audio. This was known as a VHS tape. Anyway, anybody out there got VHS tapes? It's important stuff gets out. Yo, Chippy, stop fronting, Chippy. I got the mini DV fucking player, bro. I got the mini DV camera. Send me that shit. I'll transfer it. You know, come on, Chippy love. Hey, Chip, we're getting Israel on the show soon. There you go. What else? Also, I want listen while we're here, might as well talk about my Patreon page. There it is. For those that are not in the that may not be in the know, I have created a Patreon page for my patrons. It's a way to support me and a way to support this show. I release all this stuff is going on. All the VHS stuff is going on my Patreon page. I want to shout out a couple new people. Giuliano Seben, John Bivan, Joe Nasso, and John Harmon. They all just got on board on my Patreon page. I want to thank them. Giuliano, where are you from, Giuliano? Where are you? You out there? Giuliano, where are you? But thanks for being a part of my Patreon. There's a $2 tier, a $5 tier, a $10 tier. We're doing all kinds of cool shit. I'm releasing all kinds of stuff. For $2, you can see all this unreleased footage. And it's also the conduit, how we communicate. I do private shows. I just released some biohazard footage that's never before been seen. That Warzone show. Outtakes from Who the Fuck Is That Guy? My film that's on Netflix. So go check out the Patreon page. Be a patron. Please support the show. What's up, Funicula? Thanks for stopping by, brother. Good to see you. Yes, contribute you cheapos. Send Drew your tapes. That's right, Ryan. Thank you. You know, no shit on the VHS stuff, man. Let's get this fucking stuff out there. What else? Oh, on a somber note, Alan Peters, the former bass player for Agnostic Front and Absolution, passed away. So our condolences to him and his family. He played on the Liberty and Justice album and on early member of Absolution. So rest in peace, bass player Alan Peters. He was also in Crawl Pappy. What else? Who else? Okay. I think that's good for now. I think that covers it. We talked about upcoming shows. This Wednesday is the big banger. It's the 50th show with the motherfucking dude from fucking Deep Purple and Rainbow. He played the organ in the beginning of Mr. Crowley, played on Black Sabbath, Never Say Die. Don Airey's coming on the show. That's the 50th show. Big things are happening here in the New York Hardcore Chronicles Live. So please come by. Don Airey. Then we got Mike DeJean and Alan Robert on the show after that. Charlie from Gorilla Biscuits, Phil Caivano, Joe Songo. I'm working on Israel, who was in Fireburn and Bad Brains. And, of course, producer Ed Stasium, Biohazard, the Ramones, Living Color, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. That said, it is shout out. It is shout out Sunday. Yep. Rest in peace, Alan. Yes, fucking Crop Happy. Speaking of Absolution, get Gavin and Dingy on the show. I don't think they're interested in doing the show. Really gravitate on the show to people who watch the show, who are into it and are kind of part of it. It's sort of hard for me to go outside the community here and be like, hey, I don't think Gavin's interested in doing the show. I really don't. What else? Yeah, man, we're gonna ask Don about all kinds of stuff. That said, let's bring on Sid the Kid. And what's up, Sid?
What up, Drew? What's going on, man?
Oh, you got your audio issues straightened out. I'm happy for that. Right?
Fine. Yeah.
Yeah. Good. I'm glad for that. Let me get this banner off. Last word on my Patreon, motherfuckers. Get on there and represent. All right. That's it for the Patreon. Hey, let's we're gonna do album of the week, right?
Yep. Oh wait, where's my banner? I was waiting for that too.
Hold on, you're getting it, dude. One thing at a time. Your banner. Let me see. Where's the Sid the Kid banner? How's that? There's the Sid the Kid banner. All right.
Here you go.
Let's bring on the No Redeeming guys. And let's all do record of the week together.
Yay!
All right. Here we go. And you know what? While we're at it, I want to bring another friend of ours on. I want to bring Lee, one of our favorite sponsors from New York Hardcore Comics. What's up, Lee? What's happening, bro?
What's going on?
Hey, so we're all gonna do album of the week together. You ready? Sid?
Ready.
Sid, you got your rap together?
Yeah, waiting for you, Drew.
All right, here we go. Album of the week. There you go.
Oh.
Nice.
All right, Sid, hit it, Sid.
Oh, we should
All right, well, guys and gals out there, I mean, since we got the guys from No Redeeming on,
Speak up, man. Talk loud, bro.
Yo, wait, do I have to get
listen, man.
There we go. Jesus Christ.
Thank you, motherfucker.
As I was saying, guys, since this is, a fun show, what better way to talk about a record like this? I mean, this is the epitome of fun for New York hardcore. This is the party band in New York hardcore, especially, being 35 years now, plus this band's been around. This record itself is, one to be up there. It's one of the records that if you haven't listened to it yet, where the fuck have you been? Obviously, this is the first Murphy's Law record. This came out in, I believe, fall of 1986, and was recorded over at Sound Ideas. And, I believe, so I'm looking at my notes here. Even Uncle Al, actually, for those who don't even know, Uncle Al even did the artwork for this record, too. So, I mean, up and down. You got 12 songs. I believe it's about, 25 minutes, half hour. It's always been said, and I've said this in so many of the record of the weeks, like some of the best hardcore records are 25 minutes and under, depending if it's a 45 or an LP. I mean, at that time you had the crossover thing going on. You didn't have as much hardcore going around, especially within New York at the time, but Murphy's Law changed that, just being that fun band, just being the party band, just being themselves. They didn't have to be so serious, nor they took it serious. But at the same time, that record is a solid record, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Hey, No Redeeming guys, was this an influence, or do you have memories of this stuff?
That was another band.
I've never heard of that band.
Yeah. Who is that? So we're known also. We have a second name when we're not playing on No Redeeming. We play under the poor man's Murphy's Law.
Yeah, we've been called like the ghetto Murphy's Law, the poor man's Murphy's Law, shit like that. It's
an honor just to be associated with that.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was that record. That record rocked every just until the grooves were the needle went right through the grooves. You know what I mean?
They drink Budweiser, we drink Old E, so it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah, even like this record, and our good friend Lori Dawn mentioned it on green vinyl. Like this was like a must on green vinyl. And I'm a little older than you guys. I remember buying the Murphy's Law demo, in front of CB's for like I think $3 or whatever. And this is what came out after the demo, and this thing still holds up. This thing cooks. This is a great record, and this is Glennie. This is Petey Hines drumming, right?
Yeah, Petey played on this record.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Petey Hines smokes on this thing, man. And hey, Lee, you got anything to add on this?
Well, not about the album. I wanted to talk about the worst part of No Redeeming Social Value. I mean, evidence.
All right, you hang in there. Let's finish. Let's
Can't wait to hear that one.
let's finish.
Worst part.
Let's finish this.
Was this, can I ask, was this Murphy's Law album, was this engineered by Chuck Val?
Actually,
Am I mistaken about that? Was that the next album?
No, actually, Robert Musso actually produced and engineered the album. Actually,
Okay, maybe it's Back with the Bong that was.
no, I believe Chuck did more work on the second record, not the first.
Okay, gotcha. I knew he was the engineer on one of them. Yeah.
Well, this album is absolutely a New York hardcore classic. Still holds up to this day. It's sort of it's probably in the top 10. This is a really great record. So thanks, Sid.
Good job, Sid. Good pick,
Oh
man.
wait, Sid. Wait, I got something else for you, Sid.
Yeah,
Hold
actually,
on.
that one.
I know I promised you, huh?
Well, waiting for you to put it up, Drew. I was waiting for you to put
All
it
right,
up.
first let's do this. I'm sorry. First, let's do. Let's do this first. Let's talk about this, fellas.
Oh, yeah.
Right. So, Sid, what's going on with the bowl?
Well, obviously, for a lot of those who don't know, even though we're not in the quarantine, I mean, obviously, we're one of the lowest in the nation right now when it comes to what's going on. So, out of safety concerns, and obviously, it's a big deal. We have to keep this shit in check. So, with all due respect to everybody out there who wanted to go, we'd rather it be, 100% quelled down to see if we could do this in May of 2021. And hopefully we can do this.
All right, don't be long-winded.
I have to experience hopefully we can go down.
Dean, you guys are supposed to play, right?
Yeah, we were scheduled to play this year with Madball on the Sunday. One there was a Saturday and a Sunday. We were scheduled to play on the Sunday, so hopefully we'll be back in the spring. We were basing the release of this record, Wasted for Life, around that date. We wanted to play that gig and let everybody know about the record, at the Black and Blue Bowl. But shit happens in the world, man. I mean, thank God we're all still here, and we'll catch up next year. That's what I could say about that.
Yeah, I mean, it's a crazy world right now. So, I know you guys were looking forward to it. I mean, Glennie, I know you've played the bowl before, huh?
So is No Redeeming. Billy Club and No Redeeming played the first return one in 2005, and then Billy Club played again in 2007.
That's right.
And then again, when Billy Club came back after taking 6 years off, we played again in 2016.
That I remember because there's a clip of that in the New York Hardcore Chronicles.
Thank you for that.
Yeah. So there you have it.
But, this one can't happen. It's not even about their choice. We can't have gatherings of more than 10 people inside still in New York City.
Exactly.
So, even if we go to 50 people by next month, what are you going to do?
So there you go. New York, the Black and Blue Bowl is rescheduled to May. Listen, they got to kick the can down the road, and theoretically, it'll be rescheduled for that same weekend that they always do, which I think is the second weekend in May. So that's probably what we're looking at in May. And Sid,
yep,
you can deliver 1 minute monologues at a time. That's your limit, okay? So
45 seconds actually.
Here you go. All right.
Clock.
Here's your goodbye. Here's Sid's goodbye monologue. Here you go. Go at it.
There you go, guys. Well, finally, I wanted to get a specific guest, which I hopefully will work on hopefully later this month. But I'm glad to get Bones from Lower Class Brats. And if you guys haven't checked that band out, Google's your friend, people. But it's gonna be the first guest I'm gonna have on the show. So all the info is there if you want to check it out. It's gonna be this Wednesday at 7 p.m. New York time. And it's just gonna be a fun time overall. And hope you guys and gals can check it out.
Well done, young man. You see, I knew you had it. I knew you had it in you, bro. I knew you could do it. All right. Well, and you know what, Sid? You as a show of good faith, being it's Shout Out Sunday, or is there anybody you want to shout out on the way out the door?
Honestly, like, as you said earlier, actually I would want to talk about Save Our Stages, but that's been said. If you guys haven't checked that out, look it up. This is something that, especially worldwide, if not in America, we need to sign that petition for Save Our Stages.
Absolutely. Thank you, buddy. I know I bust your balls, but you're a big part of what makes this show great. I'll talk to you soon.
It's all good, guys. Cheers.
Later, brother.
Okay, boys, we survived it. Moving on. Hey, so Lee, what do you got here, man? Let's hear it, bro.
The worst part about no redeeming social value for me is being afraid to fart for a whole week after I see him, and fighting with my wife for coming home stinking drunk and wrestling with the kids at 5 a.m. I want to thank you guys for that for the last 20 years.
I bet you guys hear that a lot.
Yeah, we get a lot of complaints. Like, hey, you guys, did this to me, or I went to see you guys, and that happened to me after, or fuck, I got arrested again after one of your shows. All we can do is play the music,
One of the best has to be a number of years ago, one of our straight edge fans who, again, we appeal to everyone, right? As long as you're into having fun, doesn't mean if you need to party with intoxicants or not. But one of our straight edge fans comes to us at a show and says, you know what? You guys fucked me last time. And we're like, what are you talking about? The kid's like, I was in the front of the stage. You guys were dousing me in beer. I don't even drink. I don't smoke weed. I went home. I got punished by my parents. They said, you were drinking all night. You were out drinking. You were driving. So on this, blah, 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 blah. So that's one of the best. Throwing straight edge kids under the bus.
What about the kid who wanted to get his father laid? He wanted to bring him to our show and somehow.
That's right. That's right. We have like next generation. We have like the fans, and then their father, who were also a fan of us back in the early '90s. And
here, Todd Hamilton once again. I had the no redeeming demo. Got it at that pool bar show with Bushman Shift. Mike Dixon swindled $3 out of me. I put it on, and it was a rehearsal tape that started with, "Hey, let's make a demo."
Hey, that's what bands did back in the day, man. Boombox radio in the rehearsal space. That's how we did it,
That's pretty.
Mike Dixon owes you $3.
That's pretty funny. That's pretty good. Hey, let's
Drew, can I just say thank you to everybody who bought shirts through your show? Those announcements you made, tons of people bought shirts and stickers from us, and they really helped support the store while we were hurting. So thank you, everybody on the show. We appreciate you.
Hey, listen, we appreciate you being a sponsor of the show. You came on early on. You believed in the show. You're my number one leadoff sponsor, man. You supported the A7 shows when we needed some support. You came on board with this, and you are also a big part of it. Hey, who's that? Debo?
It's what Debo. It do, baby? What it do?
Debo, what's up, man?
Chilling, family. Peace, love, respect.
All right, Debo the Pro. All right, it's a party now. Good. Hey, thanks a lot. All you guys. Hey, Rat Bones, how you doing? You want to come on? What's up?
What's up, guys?
Let's make it a party, huh? Let's bring on Rat Bones.
We got to get up. Lee, we got to get up and see those guys up in Dobbs Ferry, man. I'm for that day.
Do it.
Absolutely. Hey, your song. Let's talk a little no redeeming. What's that? Hold on. There you go.
Oh.
Yeah.
I just.
Well, listen. We don't want to give much away here, but I do. Let's talk about yesterday, and we don't have to. This. Let's talk about yesterday. I was shooting a video for the band, right? And we were tracking away, and we're looking forward to getting this done and getting this out, right?
A good time. It was a fun time.
Hot on that roof.
bro. It was so fucking hot on that roof.
It's
It
incredible.
was so hot. Yeah.
I mean,
Wait, hold on. I got it.
for me, man. Thank you so much. You know,
Hey, you're an inspiration.
I'm a big
Drew, we're counting on you with this video to make us big stars.
Yeah.
Listen,
Breakthrough moment.
I don't fuck around. You see the gold. You see all the gold records behind me from the music videos I did. I left an empty spot right above the TV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Value, right? So
Nice.
It's going to be under the Judgment Night gold record, next to the Typo Negative, next to the Run DMC, right in front of me, on top of me is Onyx, and all the rest of them. So
It's gonna happen then.
yeah, cool.
It's the star of the band right there.
There you go. What? Who's feeding back? Is that you, Rat Bones?
No.
Hold on. If it is, you're out.
Someone's in trouble.
Uh-oh.
Rat Bones. No, it's not.
No, not me.
Oh, hold on. It's Lee. It's Lee.
Lee, we love
What's going on over there, bro?
It's Debo.
All right. Listen, we'll put up with it as well. You know what? You could be an innocent bystander. I'm muting you so we don't have to hear that high pitched squealing. Hey, you guys. Let's talk about your song "Clueless." Was used in Backyard Wrestling 2. There Goes the Neighborhood. How did that come around, Dean?
Our buddy from SFT Records that we made some records with back in the day, No Redeeming Social Value Rocks the Party was one of them. That song was on that record. He approached us. He worked for a video game company doing the musical things for video games, and he said, I need a band, man, to do something for this Backyard Wrestling video game concept that we have coming out, and would you guys be willing to do something? So we volunteered our song "Clueless." We went to Atomic Studios in Brooklyn and we re-recorded it. We also filmed a video for it at that time, and Kent wrote not only does "Clueless" appear in the Backyard Wrestling video game, but Kent wrote the theme song for the video game Backyard Wrestling, which also appears in the game while the game is like loading up and all this here jazz. Wow. So yeah, that was a pretty cool opportunity there. I mean, we've never been in a video game prior to that, so that was real cool. I mean, we're trying to conquer all forms of media, and video games, we got that one in the books now.
Yeah, that's cool, man. I mean, I'm impressed. What do you need me for? You guys are already big stars.
Well, Drew, there's always room in the parking in the driveway for one more limousine. So
we like to reach down and
We'll pull you up with us. We'll pull you up.
You guys were great at the ICP show. You guys play with ICP?
Oh, we sure did.
Oh boy.
That was also another connect from our buddy from Striving for Togetherness, SFT Records. He has worked with ICP for a number of years, and hey, we need a band to open up this gig at what the hell was it? The Gramercy Theater. Needless to say, it didn't go as well as we had planned.
I remember that now. I remember.
Their fans are like rabid dogs.
Yeah, it's like Slayer fans.
Yeah. Oh man, like they got to be one of the hardest bands to open up for, because nobody wants to see anything on that stage but the clowns, man. We got on that stage and they wanted to fucking tear us limb from limb.
Yeah, it's like playing with Slayer.
Yeah,
is soda at us the whole time. Double birds for entire songs.
Wow. Fuck you. Hey Ken, is that right? Did you try out for Limp Bizkit?
I did.
Yeah.
How was that?
So back in the day, my mission was to continue and feed the idea of if I could wreck hotel rooms at a larger scale and just further our band by just jumping on some bullshit of some other band, I figured, why the hell not? And it's funny because they did a spread in New York Times Magazine that came out a couple months after that, and I was one of the people that they had interviewed in that spread. I guess I made it to the second cut or whatever it was, and
guitar set.
It's just one of those things like, oh, word, this opportunity is gonna open up, and I can take what I got going on and throw that into the mix somehow to catapult that. Yeah, sure, I'll go down and try out.
Hey, listen, I hear you. I tried out for Anthrax vocalist back in the day.
Oh, wow, now that's cool.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Hey, Rat Bones. Any no redeeming memories or questions? Sorry. Go ahead. I'm not hearing you, bro.
You took me off. Don't mute.
Oh, there you are. I'm sorry.
So, yeah, I do. I did a couple things. I'll say to them real quick, and then I got a question for them. So I want to say that Warzone show, I met Dean in the basement. Ravi's introduced us. First time I ever met. I was sleeping on the couch at 2 in the afternoon, right? Ready for the show. I was raw dog. I just wanted to say you guys are like the Weird Al Yankovic of hardcore. You take all the coolest things about all the other bands and put your own little spin on it and make it edgy still. It's hard to be tough and funny. So you guys do that perfectly. Also wanted to say that Ludacris definitely falls in that whole line of bands. Ludacris had that same edge, rough, real in your face, but fun at the same time. And then my question for you guys is, where did the whole stage show really begin and come from? From Baby Man, the Chicken Guy. Come on.
Well, I'll be honest with you, and this is the truth. So we mentioned the Six and Violence earlier, who we stole a lot of our cues from back in the days. But it really, we were just a band playing music. But then when we started to do gigs, and Mike Dixon, who even before he was in the band, was a friend of mine. And the baby guy, as you call him, Alan, Big Bud, was a good friend of mine. And those guys used to always throw ideas at me like, hey, man, why don't you guys fucking, take all the money you get paid from the show, set it on fire and fucking throw it at the crowd? Or why don't you guys, I don't know, give away porno magazines or something to every patron that comes to see you or whatever. And I said, yeah, these are good ideas. I would roll with the ideas once in a while. We would do something stupid and funny, whatever. But then when Mike Dixon joined the band, he said, look, man, we're going to take this music thing that we do, and we're going to make it into entertainment, because you could play music. A lot of bands try to play songs. There's a lot of punk bands out there, but if you don't fucking put on a show and entertain people, I might go see you once. You're my friends. I might go see you twice, but beyond that, it loses traction real quick. So we were like, yeah, man, it's just fun to just do goofy shit. You know what I mean? To dress up in cheerleaders' outfits, or I don't know, to paint our faces, or to just do the dumbest shit that we could possibly think of. It keeps us engaged in what we're doing too. It gives us something else to do besides playing the music.
I know, Glenn. I know you try to play it straight, but you're basically guilty by association here with these guys,
Of course. Well, the problem is I can't keep a costume on for very long because I will sweat to death. I wear it for a song or two, and it's out of here.
Whoa.
Yeah, hey, what the
hell?
What the hell? It's not me.
Oh, man.
That shit ain't me.
My phone's off.
It's one thing to have a good reaction to the show and people jumping on each other's heads, and it's another thing to have a smile coming back your way. And if we can accomplish a smile or a laugh in somebody's day, and that's what it's all about.
Well, I want to read something when I was doing my research today. I guess it's in your bio, and it says, collectively we enjoy Old English 800 brand malt liquor, smoking spliffs, listening to punk rock and reggae music, making our own videos, rocking the party, throwing beer on people as they sing our songs, dating your girlfriend, fishing, and getting our hair cut.
Yep, that's pretty much what we do. When we're not in the band, fishing,
You know what my
getting our hair
favorite? You know what
cut.
my favorite one is out of all those?
On cemeteries.
Throwing beer on people as they sing our songs.
Yeah, man.
I like
they get
that.
thirsty. You got to give them a drink.
Listen,
and as you mentioned before, we've combined some of the things, so we've actually thrown fish on people too, to talk about the throwing of the beer and the fishing. We've thrown fish.
Oh wait, here you go. Nick Ferroni, great show at the Voodoo Lounge when these guys brought boxes of fish and they threw it into the crowd. One of the funniest shows ever.
We asked
Yeah,
people,
that was a good
do you guys
time.
want the demo tape or do you want the fish? Most people said the fish.
Everybody
Oh,
got right?
our friend Joanna, Queens represent. Love you all. Miss you guys a lot.
You too.
Thanks, Joanna.
I'm
Miss
a
you too,
little
girl.
late. Better late than never, hun. Nice to see you. Yeah, punk and reggae. Yeah, I like you got you guys are like the Clash, punk and reggae. I'm losing it. I also like the Cats song. I love that you guys love cats.
We do.
I grew up with Siamese cats, and I'm a big cat lover. So I love that you have a song, Pussy, Pussy, Pussy.
We're
Yeah.
working on a children's record right now, or we're starting work on a children's record. One of the songs is Cookies, Cookies, Cookies.
Yeah, we're supposed to change it to that. Yeah.
There you go.
For everyone.
Hey, Lee, I want to clear the deck a little bit. Thanks for being a part of the show. Thanks for sponsoring the show. We're gonna try to do a road trip and come up and see you soon, man. And
Thanks,
Debo,
Lee.
thanks. Hey, Debo, thanks for everything that you guys do for the show on social media. I really appreciate it.
Respect.
I'll talk to you guys in a
Appreciate
bit.
you back, man. Love.
Love. All you need is love. Rah, 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 rah. All you need is love. Love is all you need. John Lennon. Hey, Rat Bones, we'll check in with you at the end, all right?
All right, bet.
Okay. Hey, fellas, let me just do my last shout-outs here, and we'll come back and we'll take questions from around the world, all right?
Nice. Right on.
It's the New York Hardcore Chronicles live, sponsored by Organic Grill, New York Hardcore Comics, the Texas Silver Rush, and Chain Reaction Records and Skateboards. Want to thank everybody from around the globe for watching. We're going to take questions next. So if you asked the questions early in the show, do me a favor and ask them again. We're going to do some. Yes, I like girls. I know it's crazy in this world we live in now. I'm a guy and I like girls. I know it makes me a freak. So there you go. What else? Nothing we haven't already talked about. Big shows coming up. 50th show coming up on Wednesday. Everybody better be here for the 50th show. Don't make me come looking for you. Also, we talked about, you got VHS tapes. I want to hear from you. Let's transfer this stuff. Let's get the art out there. The art must be liberated. Want to thank my new patrons on Patreon. Giuliano Seben, John Bivian, Joe Nasso, and John Harmon. If you do not know, now you know. There's my Patreon address. Go check it out. Just go take a look. Just want to wet my beak. What's that scene in The Godfather when the black hand, the Don, I just want to whip my beak. So go check that out. I think that covers that. Oh, it's Shout Out Sunday. Happy birthday, Uncle Richie. It's my Uncle Richie's birthday. Happy birthday, Uncle Richie. Old school, Arnie Stone's brother, Uncle Richie, film editor. He edited. He was an assistant editor on The Hustler with Paul Newman and a lot of other stuff. Fanucci. That's it. Thank you, Joanne. Fanucci. I just want to wet my beak. Robert De Niro fucks him up. Love that scene when he goes over the rooftop, and then wraps the gun in the towel, and the light's flickering, and he hits the light. Godfather 1 and 2, man. That's Don Fanucci. And then I love how he breaks the gun up in pieces. He throws a piece there, puts a piece down the chimney. Whew. Great film, you know. Hey, John. Hey, John, listen, no, I'm shouting you out, bro. You support the show. Thank you for being a patron, man. I mean, that's what it's about. That's what keeps this going. Your support is what enables me to spend a fucking day setting this whole show up. I get up at 7 a.m. and I work until we go on the air at 2 o'clock. I mean, we start the pre-show, and it's your support that enables me. You're an enabler. You're enabling me to do that, and I appreciate it. What's this? Hardcore from Argentina, a new face out there. Hello, buddy. No demuestra interés. Okay, I'm not sure what that means, but hardcore from Argentina. All right, towel catches fire. Yeah, that's great. He puts it out. Yep. So yeah, thank you, John Harmon. Really, man, you inspire me. There it is, the Patreon page. We're gonna do a couple private Patreon shows coming up. You can only see them on Patreon. We're gonna do some pretty cool stuff. That said, let's take some questions. Let's bring on the no redeeming social value guys. Dean, my man.
Yes, sir. Here I am.
The ringleader. And I love
Don't blame me for that.
I love how you didn't show those guys the first part of the video that you and me shot together. I love how you kept these guys out of the mix.
Yeah, they're critical pricks. I didn't want to hear no bullshit until it was time to unleash it.
You know what? It turned out to be a good move, man. I'm not mad.
Hey, I've been doing this for a couple of years. I know what to do.
Man, you
know what to do.
Yeah.
That's our nickname for Dean, critical prick.
Yeah.
You know what to do. Yeah.
Johnny Robbins, the critical prick.
Yep.
Yeah, you motherfucker. Okay, let's take some questions and have some laughs, huh? Let's see what we got. You know what? Somebody said, wait, let me.
No laughing in hardcore.
Yeah, there's no crying and no crying in hardcore. I'm looking for someone posted about hold on. There was a John Franco thing which kind of ties into like how's John Franco doing? Because we haven't talked about John Franco, who's
he doesn't like to be talked about. He likes to be behind the scenes.
I know he doesn't. I know he doesn't. But we got to mention him because he's a big part of it.
Well, I saw that.
Anyway, let's talk about John Franco a second. Wait, you know what? I'll run this picture. Here's another picture of us doing the video yesterday. And tell us about John Franco. How did he join the band? There he is, Big John back there, Dead City Records. Glenn, tell us a little bit about it.
John Franco's a very special man. Papa Bear, John Franco. Basically, he had no choice joining this band. Scott Gumbo is his nickname. Had made ways with his career and decided that he just didn't have the time to dedicate to the band. And at the time, for a very long time, John Franco was our manager, road manager, merch guy, label. He was the label Dead City. So he really had no choice. He had been to more shows of ours than even we had in a way. And it was just like, all right, John, Scott can't do it. You have a bass, right? All right, you're in. Come down next Wednesday. And
it's
that was it.
It's what we call my dad would call that battlefield commission.
I think he's regretted the decision ever since, but he's still with us.
I like
John was in a great band that we really admired called Awkward Thought that we had played many gigs with. When John was always around to help us out and stuff. And when we needed a bass player, when we needed anything, we always called John and said, John, we got a tour. What the fuck did we do about this, that, and the other thing? And he would say, guys, don't worry. I'll take care of it. I'll handle it. I'll don't worry. I'll come with you guys. I'll take care of everything. I'll fix it. Don't worry. He was like, man, without John, he's such another integral part of what we do. So when his band Awkward Thought sort of, came down for a landing and we needed a bass player, we were like, yeah, John Franco, man, it's a family affair here. We're, that's how we work. So it was logical that John would be in our band. I mean, he's such a talented songwriter. The guy wrote a few of the songs on the new album Wasted for Life, and they're my favorite songs on the record are the ones that John wrote. Yeah, I mean, he's the guy, he knows how to write songs. He's
Awkward Thought from Yonkers.
Yonkers, New York.
Well,
Yeah.
a little farther
Awkward,
north.
oh, no, he played in Awkward Thought, Diesel, Run Like Hell, and No Win Situation.
Oh, he's been quite a few bands. Yeah.
His father used to be Ted Franco, the 60-year-old punk rapper. Let's not forget that.
That's
Joe,
right.
I love that. That's a great name for a hardcore band. No Win Situation.
It's a good one, all right.
That's kind of perfect. Like,
Right.
I'm in a hardcore band. It's called No Win Situation.
Hey, so talking about John, he wanted to make sure that we mentioned, all of our merch and records.
Please do.
Are available at deadcitymerch.com. And for those of you in Europe, because this is where the comment actually came from them that started this, Drew, Reality Records, realityrecords.be is where you can get the vinyl and I guess the CDs for if you're in Europe.
Yeah, and there's the banner underneath. The new record's Wasted for Life. You can pick it up here in the States at www.deadcitymerch.com. There's the cover.
Gold
Dean's got
vinyl, gold vinyl. Look at this. Gold vinyl here.
Is that gold vinyl? Isn't that beer? It's beer
Oh,
vinyl,
right.
you knucklehead.
Beer colored vinyl, right? Beer colored vinyl. It sold out. The first pre-order sold out from our friends at Generation Records. They sold out the first pre-order. That was on a special blue splatter vinyl or something like that. So that was pretty cool. Now we got the beer colored vinyl available, and if you go to the deadcity.com merch page, you could see today's the first day you'll see it. We have a completely new t-shirt lineup over there, designs and t-shirts that we've never had out there before. So now they're available. You can pre-order all that stuff. Oh, and I would like to just say one thing before this doesn't get to happen. This record here.
Ooh, nice. Oh yeah, good call.
So
Wait, hold on. I have a banner for it. Hold on.
Oh, cool. Okay.
And go.
This is our single. The first single on the record, "Wasted for Life," is also called "Wasted for Life," and it's a split 7-inch with our friends Thug Riot from Arizona. It's on Pitchfork. They did a back to school series, or rather, they're doing a back to school series, and we were lucky enough to team up with Pitchfork, old friends of ours, and they graciously put out this record that's available on very limited quantities. So I would say get it now. Oh, and it comes with this cool t-shirt that I'm wearing too over here. PitchforkNewYork.com. Yeah, I mean, it's a separate affair, but you could order it from the same people.
Yeah,
so,
I think I have that. Yeah. We love Pitchfork. Warren's our boy. Big supporter of the
Warren was one of the first people I knew around the scene.
Warren Lee is like, Warren Lee's the Bruce Lee of hardcore. He's like, his demeanor, it's like I'm a big Warren Lee fan. So and who did the artwork on that? Was it Stephen Huey?
That was Stephen Huey from Fly Right Tattoo. Yeah, he did a great combo deal of our logo, the flying bottle design, originally by our buddy Feck, and then Stephen Huey combined it with the Thug Riot logo, which is like this their skull guy, and morphed it into one awesome cover of a record. So we're really, it's that's dope. Look at that freaking thing, man. I could see people getting this tattooed on them at some point for sure.
Absolutely. I love somebody posted up. Oh, Jason, from Warzone. How you doing? I love Drunk at the Youth of Today reunion. One of the best no redeeming social values.
Well, it's not our song. That's a cover. It's a Slumlords cover.
Slumlords.
Oh, really?
Yes.
That's funny.
I guess Jason Lehrhoff hates us. Oh, well. I still love you, Jay. Sin.
Let me see what else. Yeah, the split's available at Cortex over there in Europe, apparently.
Yes.
Is it true that No Redeeming Social Value opened up for Udo from Accept?
Yep.
Yeah.
Canada.
Absolutely, it is. His drummer stole our fucking drum seat too. That son of a bitch. We want that fucking thing back. We're coming to get you, you prick.
Right. On our big ill-fated Canada tour.
What, did you did a whole tour with Udo?
No, it was just that one show in
Udo.
Toronto or Montreal, something. It was a great show. Actually, funny thing about that show, the guys from I think. Well, who the fuck was that band? Blink-182 played like the big stadium like thing in town that night. And after the gig, the guy, I think Bad Religion opened up that show or that tour. And after the show, the guys from Bad Religion and Minor Threat came over to our gig to see us play with Udo. at the fucking thing. So now here we are, 4-5 drunken guys from fucking Queens and playing with this heavy metal band. And what a scene! This was some gig that we played here. There was like the old metal mamas were in the house. It was like, and then you get these guys like Bad Religion rolling into the gig and stuff. And yeah, that was a fun time. And then that
Cool.
prick stole our fucking drum seat.
I want to shout out Joe Romini, Vinny Stigma's cousin. Shout out from Fredericksburg, Texas. The Texas Silver Rush, one of our sponsors. You guys ever play Texas?
No.
No, I don't believe we ever have played in Texas.
I kind of can't imagine. Like, I think of like Texas here and like you guys over there. Like, I could see you guys in Detroit and Philly, but Texas.
We do better in like the shittiest cities and parts of town. That's like our hangouts. That's where we like to go. Texas is a little too bougie for us.
What's the weirdest band you opened up for? Glenn, take this one.
I mean, Insane Clown Posse, but other than that, Thor.
Yeah, Thor. That was a good one.
That's a good one.
That was a good one. Yeah,
Yep.
absolutely.
Whitney says, Dean, Whitney says, come play Texas. She'll put you up. So there you go.
Only if she cooks for us too.
All right, you got that?
Down there. I think it should be said we'd love to play Texas, just getting somebody to get us down there.
Yeah. How was it sharing the stage with Fishbone at the Gramercy Theater back in 2017? Kent?
Can I start?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah,
Right.
because I know you love this band. Go ahead.
My
Glenn.
favorite band. So it was one of the greatest days of my life. That and opening up for the Bad Brains, my other favorite band. The fact that we've gotten to do both of those and play with Chuck D, which was my first show ever. We did She Watched Channel Zero with Chuck D singing, who's probably my favorite rapper. This band has gotten me close to crazy stars, plus Ice-T with Body Count. But Fishbone, that was also my favorite drummer, Fish, and that was his return. That was quite a night.
That's cool. That's nice.
Yeah, it was actually really frightening playing with those guys because I consider them to be the best live band I've ever seen, and playing with them was fucking frightening.
He was nervous, but I was like, we're on before him, so what does it matter? You just don't want to go after him.
Right.
We held it down. We got some good, nice compliments from the guys from 247 Spies. So that was
yeah. Let's catch that.
You know what I mean?
That's a good one. Murphy's Law and Murphy's Law and No Redeeming on St. Patty's Day at the Bowery Electric. Wow, that must have been a party.
That was a great show. Yep. Us with the Take also played that. Scotty and Will Shepler's band played that gig with us.
Yeah, sure.
We had that was a great night, man. Oh, and the Functional Idiots. That's the old school band from back in the day, man. They played that gig too. That was great. That was a great show.
The old drummer from Murphy's Law, Dougie Beans, his band. Yeah.
Oh, that's it. Functional Idiots. That's
that's
his
band.
Right.
Dude, that was crazy for me. I got Dougie Beans and Will Shepler opening up for me.
Ooh.
I was like, I can't. What am I going to do?
That don't happen every day.
We debated playing that show just because we were kind of scared. Like, God, St. Patty's Day, Murphy's Law, man. It's going to be a drunken fucking mess. How are we going to get home?
Yeah, Joanna misses the Trash Bar. I guess. Is that where that show was? That Murphy's Law show? Was it the Trash Bar?
We did New Year's Eve with them twice at Trash Bar.
Right. The Trash Bar was a real shit show, man. That back room at the Trash Bar, man.
Cool place, though.
I had a back room that would help.
You know what place I loved? I loved the place across the street, the Grand Victory.
Grand Victory.
I loved that place, man.
We did our 25th anniversary at the Grand Victory.
Yeah, I love that place. You guys ever played a Continental?
Nope.
No, I don't think we ever have. No.
You know what? Probably for the best.
I did a really good sandwich and
CBGB's was like our place, like CBGB's was like our home base at that time. We didn't really venture down the other end of that, that street.
Billy Club Sandwich played Continental once, and right as we were starting playing, Martin comes on stage and goes, "Yo, before we start, I just want to say fuck you to the guy in the Chinese hat for telling me to move before. Fuck you." And the rest of us in the band knew he was talking about Trigger, and we were like, "Oh, I was getting cut off any second." It never did, and we never played there again. I don't know if it was because of that or not.
Wow. Did you guys play the set?
Yeah. the set went down. He might have been outside, but yeah, we never got asked back, and I personally don't care. Whatever for that.
Yeah, Trigger, it's kind of crazy. That said, who's feeding back? Who's the culprit? Is it you, Ken?
Not me, buddy.
It's Kent.
Fucking Kent. He's always feeding back. His fucking.
Hey, shut that fucking. Tell that brat to shut his trap up. No.
See that? Feeding back. He's not even on stage.
Yep.
Hey!
All right. It's me.
Turn the TV down.
No, it ain't me, bro.
There's some chat back.
CBGB's with the Templars. Best show ever.
Yeah. We played CB's. I mean, shit. We played CB's so many times that after a while they would just be like, "Hey, you guys want to play at CB's?" We're like, "Yeah, we'll play CB's." They're like, "Cool. Who are we gonna play with?" And I'm like, I don't know. What does that mean? They're like, well, just set up the fucking show, get the bands, and fucking let us know who's playing with you. And we're like, all right, cool, great. Right. That was cool. We did a lot of good shows there. A lot of good shows.
Cool. So hey, all right, one last one, and then we're gonna wrap it up. I want road horror stories. Anybody? Is there a? I don't know
what happens on the road stays on the road.
Yeah,
or
like
either way.
I don't know, like what's a road horror story? Like our van crashed? That's a road horror story.
One told many times.
What's that?
You can certainly tell one that's been told many times.
What's that one?
Been documented. Where we were on tour in Europe, and it was our first tour in '97, and we had gotten to on the border of Italy. So this is the big Mike Dixon story. And what happened was we got stuck we got stuck in Germany or Italy? We got stuck in Germany.
Switzerland. You were in Switzerland.
Switzerland, thank you.
Italy.
So in Switzerland, we get stuck in Switzerland trying to get over to Italy. They wouldn't let us in. This is how the song Banned in Italy came to be. It was from this incident. And so we kind of were stuck in Switzerland for a couple of days. And at this point, it's 30 days into the tour. We're all pretty ragged. And we go to sleep thinking, the next day we're going to wake up, continue the tour. We wake up the next day, there's one less member of the band. Mike had often just said, you know what, guys, fuck you. Like, I'm done with this. And so at first we thought, like, what the hell happened to this dude? Like, we're searching around the town. We're kind of like.
He left and he didn't say anything?
Yeah, no, just kind of up and was like, peace out, y'all. I'm taking the train to the airport back to my house, and
right? He just left. He didn't tell you anything, though, right? Didn't he just leave? He said, "Dean, I'm going to go take a shower." Left the van, and
that was it. I'm going to take a shower.
I think he's still on the shower.
Yeah.
See, it was that, but you guys are still friends with him, right?
Now, hell yeah.
We worked for a few years, but the hell now.
He's on our new record. He's doing backups on the new record with Vinnie Value.
Yeah, and he was on "Still Drinking," the song from the last record.
Yeah, he was in the video. Yeah, of course. Mike has been my friend since before we were in a band together. So
people do
there's no getting out of that.
Band life. People do. I could tell like three or four stories like that. Like, and then this motherfucker like punched the other dude in the face, and we had to send him home. Like, I don't even want to get into. Let me just say. For a while, I managed Marauder, Fury of 5, and Sub-Zero. I could do a whole show on stories just like that.
We try to keep the physical violence between band members to a minimum. I mean, at a certain point, somebody's going to need to be choked out from time to time. But
we keep it between the brothers. That way, nobody can leave. They have to stay.
Yeah, we got it, right. We got to keep it like come on, guys. Like can't do too much of that.
Believe me, I was no saint back then. I'm not saying I was a saint, and those guys, were off the hook. I was off the hook myself, back then. Has Dean given in and had any pizza during quarantine yet? Yes, as a matter of fact. When we shot the music video yesterday, when we were done, we had pizza.
That was a salad slice. There was no cheese or meat on that pizza. That was a salad slice.
He's still a sucker.
Is that
salad
right?
Slices only.
I didn't notice that.
Salad slice.
So are you vegan?
Vegan sucker.
Yes, sir. No meat or cheese or eggs or nonsense for me.
No more chicken.
That's why I look so fucking good.
As a New Yorker, it's
for a guy that's been supposedly partying as hard as you. you guys are all in pretty good shape, you know.
Diet and exercise, man. That's what you got to do. And, you know, continue to help all of you.
No exercise.
Yeah.
Diet, no exercise. Good genes.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Sleep. I sleep a lot and I laugh a lot.
I do get to sleep. Yeah.
That's my secret. I sleep a
Yeah,
lot.
laugh a lot, man. Laughing a lot definitely keeps you young.
I laugh a lot.
Having a 9 to 5 and not having a steady girlfriend until my now wife 6 years ago, that helps keep
right.
me too.
Yeah, I don't let anything stress me out. Yeah, right.
Good for you.
So there you go. Listen, we did the video. We shot the video yesterday.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun, man.
Second part of it. Let me show one last picture. Well, no, I'm going to show this one again because I just, out of all the pictures that were taken, this one is my favorite. And I am going to be editing this fakakta video tomorrow. And there we are in the 300-degree heat.
That's the crew right there.
Jeez, man, it was hot.
That's the cast and the crew, all wrapped into one.
Well, and Mac the chicken was with us, but he's
yeah.
took a picture.
You could see I had my foul weather gear on there.
Yeah,
you know,
safari hat.
My safari hat with the like. Listen, I've shot videos on rooftops before, like Agnostic Front Gotta Go. We shot that on a rooftop in the summer. You know, I know what it's like to shoot on a rooftop, man. I was prepared for it, you know. Absolutely.
Yeah, man, it was hot as balls up there, that's for sure. But hey, man, you know what? You got to get it done. We did. Drew, we appreciate you helping us out like that and doing the video for us. I know it's going to look awesome because I'm in it, and so, yo, man, you know, it's going to be a great song. I think everybody's going to be really surprised and happy with the tune.
Yeah, we're going to finish it. Listen, I'm going to finish it in the next couple days, and then we'll release it. Hey, Glenn, what neighborhood was that, by the way?
I was in New Rochelle. I mean,
if you watch, hey, listen, bro, if you would have seen the beginning of the show, you know that. It was New Rochelle. Hey, RS70 UGHC, by the way, created that New York Hardcore logo that I fly from time to time. But yes, that was was
rain yesterday. That's the important part. No rain. You know, it was hot. What are you going to do? Summer.
We had a good time, man. You know. We had a great time doing that.
It was good. Hey, I want to thank you guys for coming on the show. We had fun. We had a couple laughs, and you know what else? That's the real currency in this life. You know, it's not money. It's not. You know, the real currency is this community we have and the bonding, man. That's really
good times with good friends. That's what it's about. If you have that, you got it all.
I mean, we've said it as a band ourselves. We keep saying to each other as we yell and scream at each other and try to fight, but it is all having a good time. As long as we can still, you know, we've been friends. They're literally brothers. We're all brothers for decades at this point. We love coming out and just trying to keep this happening, you know?
Yeah,
that's right. That's true.
You know, the thing, like Glenn just said, the thing that kept this band together for 32 years is the fact that we've always, the members of all this band and the people that had come into the band after members have left, we're always family. We're always friends. And the most important thing is that we are family and friends first, and then the music comes second. And then all the people that we've met over the years that come down to our shows, that we see at shows, even a live stream stuff like this, like, you know, coming in with comments, like this is what it's all about. It's all about keeping friendships like that. And yeah, it's just been amazing to know the people that we've known and opportunities like this. Drew, man, thank you so much, dude.
My pleasure.
Thanks, brother.
Dean, you got any final words there?
Well, I would like to let everybody know that the record is coming out. Wasted for Life is coming out this Friday. It will be available worldwide for sale on vinyl, CD, and all streaming platforms via Dead City Records in America, Reality Records in Europe. You can look them up. Right now we also have a video for the single. It's a lyric video for the single Wasted for Life. And you could see that through going to ineffecthardcore.com. The link is there, and then it takes you to see the video. Well, so we're hoping that everybody's going to like the record. And hey, we got the next video, you know, coming on deck, coming soon. And yeah, man, we're really excited. We're really, really excited and happy about this record. And hey, we hope to see everybody soon knowing the lyrics. So study up, peeps.
All right, good. Joanna says her goodbye. She can't wait to see you. All my people around the world, you know, it was a fun show.
Yes, once again, thank you.
Yeah, and listen, you guys are my favorite functioning dysfunctional band. And
Thank you I appreciate that.
That's what
So-
we're back for.
listen, for me, honestly, like, we've gotten to know each other a little bit in the past really week, and it's cool.
Yeah, man.
It's
Yeah.
good, man.
Well, welcome to the madness, Drew.
All right.
It'll drive you crazy sooner or later.
Maybe next time when you guys play, maybe I could wear the chicken suit or something.
Oh, okay. For sure.
You got it.
Bro, if you put a gun to my head and said I have to put on that fucking stinking chicken suit, I'd be like, get the fuck out of here.
I did it once at Hard Rock Cafe, and it's something.
Yeah. All right, you guys. Take care of yourselves. I'll talk to you. Hey,
Thanks,
listen,
see you
I'll
guys.
talk to you soon. because I'll be editing your friggin' video tomorrow.
Thank
All right. Take care,
Later,
Glennie.
dude. Thanks,
Take
everybody.
care, Kent.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye, Dean. There you go. Wow, that was fun. Those were our friends in No Redeeming Social Value. This is the New York Hardcore Chronicles Live, sponsored by New York Hardcore Comics, The Organic Grill, the Texas Silver Rush, Chain Reaction Records and Skateboards. I'm your host, Drew Stone. It was a fun show. Next coming up is the 50th show. Wow. Show number 50. Wow. With a lot of special guests, and it's going to be a blast. So thank you. Thanks, everybody, who